Hi everyone, happy holidays. I hope you're all doing well. Today I am here to bring you a short and effective Pilates Reformer workout using one heavy spring. As far as equipment goes for this workout, what you will need is your reformer and a small ball. And again, we are working on just one heavy spring. For me on this balanced body reformer, that is one red spring. If you're working on another reformer, choose the spring that feels appropriate for you. As always during this workout, please listen to your body and modify as necessary. When you're ready, gather that equipment because this workout starts now. All right, guys, so I am all set up. I have my foot bar in its up position. I'm on that one heavy red spring and my headrest is down, ball in hand. We are gonna come down onto our back with the ball underneath the shoulder blades. So you want to make sure you've got a little space between that ball and the shoulder blocks. Make sure the ball is at the center of the carriage and feels centered on your spine. Again, right underneath the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. And then we'll bring our heels onto the foot bar and the hands behind the head. Elbows nice and wide here. Take a breath, inhale and press the carriage out. And exhale and pull the carriage in. So the spring should feel fairly light. I want you to just focus on keeping the spine nice and long throughout. A deep brace of the belly here. Pointing the knees and the toes directly up to the ceiling. Let's do 4 more like this. Feet are sit bone distance apart. And 3. And 2. And last one. Let's add on a little bit. So as you press the legs out, curl the head, neck, and chest up and forward a little bit more. And then as you come on in, open your chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, curl the head, neck, and chest forward. Inhale, lower the torso back and down. Exhale. Imagine that you're trying to keep your body weight as much as you can off of the ball, especially as you curl the head, neck, and chest forward. Let's do 3 more here. And 2. And 1 more time. Stay lifted through the torso. Move your feet in a little closer to one another and bring one knee into a tabletop position. Inhale your chest up and over the ball. Exhale, press the carriage out and extend your lifted leg. Bend, extend. Bend, extend. Let's do 3 more. Both feet are flexed. Last time, hold the carriage out, hold the head, neck, and chest forward. Keep that foot flexed and pulse the toes up to the ceiling for 8, 7, 6. The last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that heel down. Switch to the other side. Pull the carriage in. Press the carriage out and extend that opposite heel. Inhaling and exhaling. We'll do 4 more like this. Elbows wide. Last 2. Last time, hold both legs long. Little lifts of the toes. 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet down, come in. I'm gonna adjust the ball just a little bit for myself, a little bit higher. And then come onto your toes into Pilates V. So heels together, all 10 toes on the foot bar. Hands behind the head. Press the carriage out and pull the carriage in. Gaze is just slightly forward towards the toes. Heels are squeezing. Backs of the inner thighs are drawing towards one another as you press out. And then add your chest lift as you extend the legs and open your chest as you pull the carriage in. Let's do 4 more here. The last time. Float one knee up into an externally rotated position. Pull the carriage in and press the carriage out. As you do that, extend your leg. As you do that, lift your head, neck, and chest forward. Even weight through both sides of the pelvis. You've got 3 more like this. And last time. And one more time, hold the legs extended, float, and lower your lifted foot. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. That heel comes down, other leg comes up, and we bend and extend. Inhaling and exhaling. Lifting and lowering the torso. Last 4. Last 2. Stay lifted, both legs extended, and lift and lower. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way in. Take your heels wide on the foot bar. Press out and in, out and in. Last 4, gaze can just stay forward. Last 2, and 1 more, and then come almost all the way in, but stay slightly off of the stopper. Keep the knees where they are. Open your chest up towards the ceiling so that your upper back is parallel to the floor, and then we're gonna do a little upper body circle. So right elbow to right hip, lift the head, neck, and chest forward, around, left elbow to left hip, and continue in that direction. Keeping the carriage off the stopper just a little bit to find that control in the lower body. And we'll do 3 more this way. And 2. The last time. Stop at the center, chest open towards the sky, left elbow to left hip, circle around. And around. And last 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Open your chest up over the ball if it feels appropriate to you. And then we're gonna come up, prop ourselves up on one side just to get that ball out from underneath, lower all the way down onto our back, and take the ball between the inner thighs. So arches of your feet are on the foot bar. Arms are long by the sides. Really extend your fingertips down so that you can engage the triceps just a little bit. Squeeze the ball. Take a breath, inhale here. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under and roll the pelvis up off of the carriage. Finding your bridge and then rolling the spine back down. Good. Take your time. We're going to do 3 more repetitions. Round the spine and roll up. And then roll it back down. Finding some mobility in that spine. And we'll do 1 more. Remove that ball. Place it underneath your low back. Right underneath that sacrum. And then rest your pelvis onto the top of the ball. Make sure you feel nice and even here and that you're not too jacked up into those shoulder blocks. Arms down by the sides, knees in tabletop. From here, extend one leg forward and then the other. Single leg stretch here. Keeping the spine nice and long. Sacrum weighted on that ball. And we'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's straighten both legs and scissor switch. Scissor switch. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bicycle. Bicycle. Reaching those legs forward and over the foot bar. 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse your bicycle. Scooping the legs down and up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend both legs, click the heels up to the sky, and then down as far as feels comfortable for you. up to the sky, and then down. Careful that the ball doesn't do too much rolling around. Now keep it nice and still in space so that you know your pelvis is steady. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Rest those feet. Grab onto one of your straps, and we'll put one of our feet into that strap. Your other knee is going to be in tabletop for now. Steady, press, and bend. Press, and bend. Good. Initiating this movement from the glute and the hamstring. Staying steady and even on that ball. The last 4, 3, and last 1, and now we go back to single leg stretch. So one knee pulls in as the other leg extends, and then switch. Really reaching long through your toes. The last 4. And last 1, and then scissors, just like we did without the straps a moment ago. Softening the front of the ribs down towards the hips. Last 4. Ooh, 3, it feels good. 2. And 1, bring both legs forward to a diagonal, externally rotate your legs, and let's try bicycle here. Take your time with this one. The last 4, maybe your hands come to your hips, just so you can tell where you are in space. Last 2, and last 1. And now let's reverse it. Scoop, 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 scoop. Last 4, 3, and last 1. Hold both legs out on a diagonal and click the heels together. For 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whatever leg is in your strap, bend that knee in towards the chest. Reach your other leg forward either to the foot bar, to the platform below the foot bar, or all the way down towards the floor if it feels good to you. You just want to feel a nice stretch through the front of the hip. Sink down into that ball for a moment. Nice. And then you're going to take your strap into that same hand. Bring both knees back into tabletop. And then we're going to lower and lift that arm. Stable on the ball. If the ball feels too unstable here, you could always remove it and do this with your hips flat on the carriage. But we won't do too many exercises here. Last 4. The last 2, and then hold your hand down by your side and bend the elbow and straighten the elbow. Last 4. Elbow is staying nice and tightly into the ribs. Last 1, let's go back to straight arm. And this time, lift your opposite leg up to the ceiling. And as you lower that arm, also lower the opposite leg over the foot bar. The last 3. Last 1, hold the arm and the leg down and bend both and extend both. And bend and extend. For 4 and 3. Your elbow could also be pressed down into the carriage. I just like to hover my elbow. Last 2 and 1. Very nice job. Bend the knees, bend the elbow. Take your feet down to the foot bar for a moment. Place that strap back. And then we're gonna go to the other strap. Make any adjustments on that ball so that you feel nice and centered. So other strap goes on your foot. Both knees in tabletop to start. Square pelvis towards the ceiling. We start with just a bend and extend. Initiating that movement from the glute and the hamstring. Keeping the spine in neutral. Hip bones are pointing directly up to the sky. This is definitely my more challenging side. It's hard for me to stay as stable. Last 4. And last 1, and then exchange the legs. So as one leg extends, the other knee bends. Hands on the hip points if you need to just kind of figure out where you are in space. Last 4, 3. Long leg scissor switches are coming. Long legs, switch and switch. Last 4. One more. Bring your legs back to the diagonal, externally rotate them, and let's bicycle around. Make sure you're breathing. Last 3 this direction. Last 1, and then reverse it. Last 3, and 1. Hold both legs out on that diagonal, still external rotation, and kick those heels. 8, 7, upper inner thighs, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Bend your right knee in towards your chest or the foot that's in the strap. Take your other leg down so that you can get into that hip flexor stretch. Nice. Okay, then we're going to take that same strap into the hand of that same side. Bring both knees into tabletop. And we'll lower and lift our arm to start. Deeply brace through the core and just check in and make sure that both sides of the shoulder blades feel equally weighted on your carriage. Last 4. Last 2. And one more time. Bend the elbow. Extend the elbow. Last 4. And one more. Go back to straight arm, straight leg. We're going to lower and lift both. So your opposite leg and arm are both lowering at the same time and lifting at the same time. Last 4. And 1, hold the legs long, hold the arm low, and bend and extend both. Last 4. And 1. Very nice job. All right, lower both feet. Lower that strap. Lift your hips. Take your ball out. Take a moment for the back to be resting on the carriage. Nice job. And then carefully roll over to the side. We're gonna sit up. We are gonna come to kneeling, facing towards the shoulder blocks with the ball between the knees. And I'm gonna ask you to take your toes kind of over the back edge of the reformer so that they can be looped over. Then you're gonna grab onto your straps, stand nice and tall, press the pelvis forward so that the fronts of the thighs are nice and flat, and then grab onto your straps. From here, we're gonna bend the elbows and straighten the elbows into a bicep curl. This can be a very balancy position, so adjust yourself if necessary. Keep the spine upright. Nice job. Last 3. And one more time. Nice job. Hinge the upper body forward and then extend and bend the elbows. So now we're going into a tricep press. Elbows stay pretty close to the rib cage. Palms sliding straight back from the hips. The spine is long. Last 4. Going back into those bicep curls in just a second. Last 1. Upright the spine. Bring your palms out a little further out to the sides and let's do a wide curl. Elbows are still high. Last 4. Squeeze that ball. And one more. Bend the elbows. Hinge the upper body forward. Press the arms out on an outward diagonal. So still that tricep press, it's just a little bit wider. Last 4. And 2. And 1. Stand all the way up. We're going to do some arm circles here. So grabbing onto the straps, we're going to lift our arms up towards the ceiling, out to the sides and around. Back, forward, up to the ceiling, out to the sides and around. Now your goal is to keep the upper body still. Try not to lean back with the chest as the arms come back and around. Last 3 here. Don't bang the carriage like I just did. Last 1. And then we'll reverse it. So we're going to go out to the sides first, around and down. Out to the sides, around and down. Challenging exercise. Last 3. 2. And 1 more. Very nice job. Okay. From here, put your straps back. Take that ball over to the right shoulder block and press your right knee against it. And then reach your hands forward here. So this might seem a little funny, but I want you to think about initiating the movement of the carriage with the press of the right knee into the ball, okay? So hands are on the wooden frame, shoulders are over the wrists, and then we're gonna drive that right knee into the ball. You still have your left knee on the carriage, but you're just primarily thinking about the right knee. Nice, you can stay here like this or extend your other leg back behind you and pull. And pull. The last 4, last 2, and 1. Now bring both knees down and angle them into the ball. So the knees are turned to one side, the toes are turned to the other side. Now we're going to round our spine and pull both knees forward into the ball as we tuck our tailbone under and drive the carriage forward. and 4 more here. Working into those obliques. 3 and 1. Very nice. Come back center. Move the ball to your opposite shoulder block. Press your knee into it. And then we'll pull the carriage forward with a flat back. The last 4. One more. Move both knees to the left, to that shoulder block, to that ball. Toes to the other side so you're on this angle, and then tuck your tailbone under and sit down and back. Last 4. And 2. And 1. Very nice job. Okay, from here we're gonna lay down on our side. So I'm gonna face you. We're gonna come down onto our forearm. If your forearm does not feel appropriate for you, you could also be elevated up on your upper arm. But forearm for me today, and then top strap is going around the foot so that it can go around the knee, right? You wanna be on the meaty part of the thigh and not across the knee joint. You're on your forearm. You're gonna take your ball between your heels. So lots going on. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is you want the ball kind of aligned to the back edge of the heel. Push out of your forearm, maybe push into your shoulder block with your top hand. Keep your hips stacked. Then we are gonna do an open and close of that top knee. So we open and close. Open and close. You've got that ball there to add a little bit of instability. If it does not feel good to you, you don't have to have the ball. You could have your heels squeezing together. Good, exhale. Exhale. That's it. Keep pressing out of your forearm. You've got 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Keep the knees open. Little squeezes in on the ball. In, or heels together. Good. 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go back to that slow close and slow open. Carriage is staying fairly still here. It might move a little bit. Last 4. Really working that outer hip. Last 2. Last time, hold the knee open to the ceiling and squeeze into that ball. 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'm gonna grab the ball with my hand. Just gonna place it down close to my belly. And then I'm gonna take my thigh bone and my shin and bring them parallel to the floor. From here, we're gonna draw a circle around with that knee. That's it. Working into that hip socket. Four more this way. And reverse it. Good, 4. Keep pressing your bottom thigh into the carriage as well. And last one, and then knee over knee, and lift, and lift, and lift. Last exercise on this side for 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Okay, I'm gonna prop myself up, coming to seated, just so I can take that strap off more easily. And then while sitting, I'm gonna cross my working ankle over my standing thigh. Just take a little figure 4 stretch here. So take that moment to stretch out the hip. Breathe, send your hips back and your chest forward if it feels good. And then we are gonna roll over and do the same thing on the other side. So choose whether you wanna be on your forearm or your upper arm. Come on down, grab your opposite strap. We're gonna place it around our top knee. Make sure it's not across the knee, but it's more on the thigh. Arrange yourself hip on top of hip. Place your ball between your heels. Externally rotate those legs. Hips are stacked. And now we're going to close and open the top knee. Pressing out of the forearm. Nice job. For 4, 3. Last one, hold the knees apart, squeeze into that ball. In, in, in. Hips are still stacked. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close and open, slow and steady. Pressing that bottom thigh into the carriage. Last 4. One more time, heel squeezes, knee wide, press, press. Belly braced, 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab the ball. Place it at your belly, just out of the way. Shin and thigh bone are parallel to the floor. We're gonna circle that leg around. 6, 5, last 2, last 1, reverse it. Last 4. Last 1, and just lifts. Hips stacked. 8, 7, 6. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice job. Come up to seated. Take that strap off. Cross your ankle over your thigh. Let's take that little figure 4 stretch, just stretching out the hip. Nice, breathe. Good. Okay, come to kneeling facing your foot bar. Place the ball back behind you between your heels. Kind of grab onto the ball with your heels. So your feet are maybe a little bit narrower than the shoulder blocks depending on the size of your ball. Bring your hands onto your foot bar. Little squeeze on the ball. Press your pelvis forward towards the foot bar so you're coming into back extension. Inhale the carriage out. And exhale the carriage up and in. Now you choose how far you go. Maybe you go just an inch or 2 out and back in and really focus on the pulling in of the carriage and the lift of the sternum. Or you can press it back a little further. You can press it back all the way. That's up to you. I'm going to kind of go middle of the road here and then focus on the pulling in. Squeezing the undersides of the armpits. Activating the back body. Squeezing the glutes and the hamstrings. Squeezing into the ball. Last 4, 3, and 1 more. Pulling the carriage in, coming up to your fingertips on the foot bar, releasing your hands, coming to kneeling. Inhaling the arms up overhead, exhaling, reaching up and over to one side, lateral flexion of the spine, still squeezing into that ball. Inhale the arms up overhead, exhale, laterally flex the spine to the other side, reaching, side bending. Back center, reach behind you for your heel or for the ball. Take a little back extension, a little twist. Coming back up through the middle, switching to the other side, big reach and twist. 1 more time each way. Taking your time. Come back center, release the arms down, and have a seat. Good. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I truly hope you enjoyed that Pilates Reformer flow. Leave me a comment or a question down below. Let me know what you thought. Please let me know what you'd like to see next. Also, if you're interested in live videos, and always share and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye.